Hello, my name is Dave Orlandi. I'm a consultant with Quest Software. In this short video, I will review Spotlight's architecture. This is an architectural diagram for Quest's Spotlight. Number 1 denotes the middle tier for Spotlight called the diagnostic server. It is simply a Windows service that runs 24/7 and centrally manages Spotlight's alarms and automation. A single diagnostic server can manage about 200 connections. For larger environments, additional diagnostic servers can be added and configured for a federated view. Number 2 references the SQL Server instances and their underlying hosts that are monitored by Spotlight. Spotlight will not only monitor SQL Server instances, Windows hosts, and Linux hosts, but also VMware, Hyper-V, SQL Server replication, all three types, SQL Server analysis services, and always-on availability groups. The key takeaway here is that Spotlight does not use traditional agents as part of its architecture. There is no software, services, or binaries installed on the monitored host. Instead, Spotlight simply makes Transact SQL calls to SQL Server's dynamic management views to collect the SQL Server data. A couple of the Spotlight dashboards also leverage extended events to collect query and wait event details. Number 3 identifies the two Spotlight database repositories. Both databases need to be deployed to one of your SQL Server instances. First, there is what is called the Playback Repository database. This holds very granular short-term data and is configured during the Spotlight installation. The default retention is 7 days. This can be increased, but it's not suggested to go beyond 30 days. This data is stored and used for the playback feature in Spotlight, a feature that provides the ability to view and diagnose the performance data from an earlier point in time. The second repository that can be optionally configured after the install in the diagnostic server settings is the Statistics Repository database. If you want to take advantage of the out-of-the-box reports that Spotlight offers, you'll want to configure this database repository as it holds longer-term data with up to a year of retention. Number 4 illustrates the Spotlight Thick client. This serves as Spotlight's graphical user interface and can be installed wherever you want to access and interact with your Spotlight monitoring, typically one's client workstation. Each Spotlight user needs to be assigned to one of 3 local Active Directory groups that are created during the installation. Be sure to have the ports available that are noted in the diagram and the appropriate SQL Server and host privileges required for the installation. Links are provided to access both installation details, documentation, as well as to download a fully functional 30-day trial.